What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Opening montage, 10 most insane talents. Today we are counting down 10 of the most absolutely insane, jaw-dropping, you won't believe your eyes talents that actually exist on this planet. I've scoured the internet to find people who can do things that seem literally impossible, and I promise you, by the end of this video your mind will be completely blown. We're talking about skills that take thousands of hours, unbelievable focus, a level of dedication that is just off the charts. You are not going to want to miss a single second of this. As we go through this insane list, I want you to do something for me. Pay close attention because I'm going to be asking you at the end, which one of these talents you think is the absolute craziest? Is it the person who can solve a puzzle faster than you can blink? Or the one who risks their life with no safety gear? Let me know in the comments which talent impressed you the most. Alright, kicking things off at number 10, we have something that breaks my brain every time I see it. We've all fumbled with a Rubik's Cube, right? Well, imagine solving that same scrambled cube in less time than it takes to say Rubik's Cube. Speed cubers who can solve this thing in under 5 seconds. Their hands move so fast they're just a blur. It's not just random twisting, calculated moves, algorithms they've memorized, instant pattern recognition. The moment they see the scrambled cube, their brain is already processing hundreds of possible solutions. They inspect the cube, they plan their entire sequence, they execute with flawless precision, a timer ticking down to the millisecond, one tiny slip-up, one moment of hesitation and their chance at a world record is gone. You watch the replay in slow motion to understand it. They train for hundreds, thousands of hours just to shave off a few hundredths of a second. And then, BAM! In a flash of color and motion it's done. The timer stops at something like 3.47 seconds. It's absolutely wild. Okay, from a mind-bending puzzle we're moving to something pure adrenaline-fueled insanity. This next one is for all of you who aren't afraid of heights. Or maybe it's especially for those of you who are. We're talking about extreme free solo climbing. That means climbing massive cliffs, skyscrapers, mountains with absolutely zero safety gear. No ropes, no harness, nothing. If they fall, that's it. Every handhold and every foothold has to be perfect. It's a combination of supreme physical conditioning, strength, skill, and mental fortitude. One loose rock, one sweaty palm, one gust of wind at the wrong moment could lead to disaster. They are literally in a flow state where every move is precise and deliberate. And the views from up there, they're absolutely breathtaking. It's terrifying, it's awe-inspiring, and you absolutely cannot look away. These climbers are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was humanly possible. Get ready for your brain to short-circuit because this next talent looks like straight-up magic. You're looking at a screen. It looks like a perfect black and white photograph. But then the camera pulls back to a hand holding a pencil. Hyperrealistic portrait drawing, insane patience and precision. These artists spend hundreds of hours on a single piece, one tiny pencil stroke at a time, layering different grades of graphite to master light, shadow, texture, proportion. Look at the eyes. The moisture, the soul, look at the skin, every pore, every wrinkle, every subtle imperfection. Eagle eye for detail, magnifier and comparison. Slow, painstaking, marathon-level patience. And the final result? Perfect. Hold the drawing next to the photograph, nearly indistinguishable. Sometimes the drawing even looks more real than the photo. They're breathing life onto a piece of paper with a simple stick of wood and graphite. It proves, with time and dedication, pure magic. Alright, from the quiet patience of drawing, we're cranking up the scale to something massive, intricate, and unbelievably satisfying. Teams of builders spend weeks, sometimes months, meticulously placing each and every single domino by hand. The level of precision is insane. One accidental nudge, one sneeze, one clumsy move could prematurely set off a chain reaction and destroy days of work in seconds. They use math and physics to calculate the speed, the force, and the timing of the fall. And then comes the moment of truth. The first domino is pushed, and the magic begins. A wave of sound and color cascades through the room, twisting and turning exactly as planned. It's one of the most satisfying things you will ever watch. All that hard work, all that pressure, all that patience, culminating in a few minutes of beautiful, controlled destruction. It's a massive display of creativity and engineering that is guaranteed to leave you speechless. Okay, this next one is going to make you question your own senses. Imagine sitting down at a grand piano in front of a huge audience. Now imagine someone tying a thick blindfold over your eyes. And then, you're asked to play one of the most complex, fast-paced classical music pieces ever written. For these musicians, it's just another performance. They rely on a combination of muscle memory and a perfect sense of spatial awareness of the keyboard. They can feel the distance between the keys without looking. They can hear a note in their head, and their hands just automatically go to the right place. This level of skill is built over tens of thousands of hours. It's a performance that is both technically brilliant and emotionally powerful. When you remove the sense of sight, you're left with pure sound, pure music. It's a stunning display of what the human brain is capable of when trained to its absolute peak. How good is your memory? Can you remember what you had for breakfast yesterday? Get ready to feel like you have the memory of a goldfish, because we're diving into the world of memory champions. These are people with brains that operate like supercomputers. I'm talking about individuals who can memorize the exact order of a shuffled deck of cards in under 20 seconds, memorizing the exact order of 10 shuffled decks of cards in an hour. They don't have a photographic memory. They use incredibly powerful techniques like the memory palace, where they mentally place items in familiar locations and take a mental walk to recall them. When they look at a string of numbers or a sequence of cards, they're instantly converting them into vivid, memorable images and stories in their minds. The competitions are silent and intense. You just see rows of people building these elaborate worlds inside their heads. Then they put on blindfolds and recall everything with stunning accuracy. It completely redefines what we think is possible for the human brain to store and retrieve. They prove that with the right techniques and training, your memory is a tool that can be sharpened to an unbelievable degree. Alright, we've seen incredible speed with hands. Now let's see incredible speed with a paintbrush. Imagine an artist walking onto a stage in front of a massive blank black canvas. The music starts. A timer appears counting down. They explode into action, slinging paint, smearing colors, making what looks like a total mess. The energy is insane. They're moving so fast, chaotic and unpredictable. As the clock ticks down, something magical happens. Out of the chaos, an image begins to emerge. Strategic strokes here, a splash of white there, suddenly a face, a landscape, a famous landmark. Final 10 seconds. They flip the canvas upside down, and the mess becomes a perfect portrait or landscape. The crowd goes wild, a live masterpiece in minutes. Showmanship, skill, confidence, it's spectacular. Get ready because this next one looks like it's straight out of a video game or a superhero movie. I promise you, it's 100% real. We're talking extreme parkour and free running. These athletes are called tracers. They run up walls, leap across massive gaps. They move with breathtaking agility. This isn't reckless jumping. Every move is calculated. They have to judge distances perfectly and understand their own physical limits. The explosive power of a sprinter, the upper body strength of a gymnast, and the balance of a tightrope walker, they train for years to build this. A single mistake could be catastrophic. That risk makes their success even more spectacular to watch. Watching a tracer move through an urban landscape is like watching poetry in motion. They find the fastest, most direct path from point A to B, turning the concrete jungle into their personal canvas for athletic art. This next talent is a classic, but when it's done by a master, it feels like legitimate magic. You're watching a person have a full conversation with a puppet. The puppet has its own voice, but the person's mouth is not moving at all. The ventriloquist has to learn how to make all the sounds of the alphabet using their tongue, soft palate, and throat without any visible lip movement. Some sounds like B, P, and M are almost impossible without lips. Masters develop clever substitutions to trick our brains. It's so much more than not moving your lips. They have to be master puppeteers, actors, comedians, juggling multiple complex skills at once. When you see a true master, you completely forget it's one person. You start to believe the puppet is a living, breathing character. It's a dying art, but the ones who master it are truly unbelievable. For our final talent, we're going back to pure, unadulterated speed. I'm talking lightning-fast cup stacking, also known as sport stacking. 3 pyramids, 3, 6, 10, the main sequence, the cycle. World record under 5 seconds. Their hands move in a blur. Left and right hands work together and independently at the same time. They practice for hours daily to build muscle memory. Efficiency is everything, not a single wasted motion. They drill fumble recovery, training the brain to correct mistakes without losing rhythm. The cups go up, they come down, and the timer is slapped before your brain registers the movements. It's proof the human body can achieve robotic precision and speed. A fittingly fast end to our list of insane talents. And that is it. 10 of the most unbelievable talents that exist in the world. From climbing cliffs with no ropes to drawing portraits that look like photos, the limits of human potential are absolutely insane. I honestly don't even know which one blew my mind the most. Every single one of these people has dedicated their lives to mastering their craft. It is just so inspiring to see. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of incredible skills, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel out a ton. And don't forget to comment below with which talent you thought was the absolute most impressive. And of course, if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you're the first to know when we drop another epic video. Before you go, I have one last question for you. What is your hidden talent? Can you juggle? Can you solve a Rubik's Cube? Can you wiggle your ears? It doesn't matter how big or small it is. I want to hear about it. Share your own hidden talents in the comments below. You never know, your talent might just be featured in a future video. Thanks again for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one.